Purdue has banned Netflix, Hulu, and other streaming services. Will it get students faced with Wi-Fi that too often slowed to a crawl during the middle of class? Purdue University has taken a bold step to restore order to its network. It has banned Netflix. Starting this week, the West Lafayette Industry campus is blocking the popular streaming video service in all of its academic buildings, along with other bandwidth-eating sites such as Hulu and HBO. The move comes after there's a finite amount of bandwidth available, said Mark Sunstein, the university's executive director of information technology infrastructure. If you have people, it's the latest skirmish in the never-ending struggle between teachers and distracted students, using a technological fix to do what some professors have achieved by rounding up smartphones before class. So far, I heard about the bandwidth problem, but when the solution was implemented, I heard crickets, said Steve Baudouin, a chemical engineering professor whose building was one of the first to block streaming sites. Purdue appears to be one of the first colleges in the country to resort to this kind of technological barrier, even though it's common in secondary schools and corporate offices. Chicago-based Roosevelt University said it doesn't block streaming services. Purdue's fellow we have made significant investments in our network in order to provide our students, faculty, and staff with the technological infrastructure to support their needs, a U of I spokesman said. One local exception is the law school at the University of Chicago. Since 2000, Professor Saul Levmar said that has become an accepted norm among students, though with today's smartphones capable of acting as internet hotspots, if they want to check Wikipedia or something, they can do so. Some Chicago college students interviewed by the Tribune acknowledged that in-class streaming is common. Columbia College freshman Dom Campo, 19, said he has seen students watching Netflix, Hulu, or YouTube in classes, typically in lecture halls that seat up to 100 people. He acknowledged professors are not going to yell at you, said Campo, who is studying screenwriting. It's not like grade. At Robert Morris University, students Katie Merrill and Dan Longmire also admitted to watching shows during class. Some lectures last 2 hours, so it can be hard to stay on track the entire time, especially if the class doesn't include breaks or hands-on activities, said Longmire, 20, a sophomore who is studying exercise science. You'll have zones where you'll focus and then you'll tune it out, go to your phone and do something, and then you'll come back to the lecture and then go back to doing something else, so it just goes in and out basically, he said. Merrill, a 20-year-old junior who is studying psychology, said she watches full episodes of Saturday Night Live in one of her classes when she gets bored. Though she said we're paying for the classes, it's our money, but at the same time, it's also your education and you want to be prepared for the field you are going into, so I don't know, she said. Rory Robertson, 20, a junior psychology major at Roosevelt University, said streaming was more of a problem in her freshman year classes. Some professors, as people get more into their college career, I think they kind of pay more attention because they are paying a lot of money, she said. Related video access to high-speed internet is leading to a digital divide provided by Today. Purdue decided to take action on its Pokey network after a study found that only 4% of its traffic was academic, while 34% was consumed by streaming services and gaming. The rest was mixed, meaning search engines and YouTube that could have an academic purpose. The problem became so extreme that students sometimes had difficulty turning in their homework online or using apps designed for the classroom, Sunstein said. We have a system here where students can answer questions electronically, and professors can collect answers and then talk them through, he said. A professor would. The university started last fall by blocking Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Pandora, iHeartRadio, the gaming platform Steam and Apple software updates in a few large lecture halls, then expanded to several academic buildings. This week, with students back from spring break, the policy went campus-wide, though student centers, dorms, and common areas of academic buildings are exempt. Purdue's other campus, Nick Pappas, a 19-year-old sophomore from Barrington who is studying computer science, said he hadn't heard any gripes about the filters. But while he didn't, people can get away with it so easily, he said. Even if you have a some Purdue students on Reddit advised their classmates to get around the block by using virtual private networks, but a school spokesman was unruffled by that possible dodge. If the bulk of the students participate, either because they agree with the purpose of the program, or because they aren't inclined to take the steps necessary to circumvent it, then the purpose you freeing up bandwidth for academics you will be achieved, he said. Twitter at John Kielman. Twitter at Elisa Cherney.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.